Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about somebody that likes to present a very friendly and amicable face. But when you are not around, or when they're being honest about what they think or what they want, it's a different story. So this could be a person who's just trying to play nice because you work together, or because you live on the same street, or because one of you married into the family. But whatever it is, it's got the moon in the reverse because somebody is not very good at hiding they don't really like you. I feel like you already know that this person's just kind of faking. But it's like they're able to, or they want to make it seem to other people that you're the problem. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chanting. I hope you're having a good day so far. Hello, Key Controller. Hello, how's it going, Nathaniel? Hello, Jamie. Hello, Corey. What's up, Holy Yoga? I hope you're having a good day. I just got back from the park. I miraculously was able to record the shorts right before it started to rain outside. So excellent, excellent. All right. If you would like a personal reading, my email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. And I've also got some links in the description box for you in addition to that email address. So if you'd like to check out the 3 different tiers I offer for membership, they are down there, or you can click on it, I should say, and it'll show you. What's up, Vichitata? How are you doing? Hello, Dwayne. What's going on? So we have Owl, Wisdom, Shadows, Deeper Truths. You know something about this person that they don't want you to know? Pumpkin Patch. You will only taste the sour if you don't seek for the sweet. Share your fruits wisely, lest you sow regrets too deep. I feel like you know something about this person, and that's why they don't like you. Maybe you started it. Maybe you didn't like them first. Action, bravery, determination. The dagger. See, I feel like this person wants to make you look bad because they have, maybe for good reason, suspicion to think that you don't like them, that you know something. Maybe you're too smart for them. All right, this is the Jack-o'-lantern tarot. What else do we have? The Emperor, the Wheel in the reverse. The Knight of Swords in the reverse. I feel like you've observed a change in this person. It might not be a huge change, but it's a routine, or how somebody's talking, the intonation, furtive glances. You've noticed something about this person and maybe even done a little bit of digging. But there's something here where they're not able to get you to see things the way they want to. And that's part of the reason they don't like you, is you're resistant. You don't let them tell you how to see things or how to feel about other people. With the Knight of Swords in the reverse, you may have been not a fan of this person from the very beginning. Hello, Christina. How's it going? Good. Four of Swords, Queen of Wands, and the Two of Pentacles. See, I feel like you know something that could really damage this person's reputation. And I feel like they're trying to figure out if you actually know it, or if you're just kind of messing with them, or if they're maybe paranoid. This Two of Pentacles has somebody who's also balancing a pumpkin on their toe. Seems kind of like a lot of responsibility. Have you ever tried? I haven't, but I'm guessing. This person's trying to do something while making sure everybody else is looking over here. And you know that they're doing that, or you know what they did. I know what you did last summer. It's even in a bay. I wonder if there's like a dude with a figure hook. I don't know. You know what this person did. They don't like it. Or you know that they're not trustworthy and they don't like that. Seven of Pentacles, Three of Swords in the reverse, Three of Cups in the reverse. See, they feel like they've done a really good job of creating a character, curating a reputation, looking as though they've healed from things or that they are welcoming, genuine, whatever. But with the Three of Cups in the reverse, they can't get your support. They can't get you on board. They can't get you to buy in. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe you're just not like susceptible to lies, right? But they hate it. They're trying to figure out why you don't laugh at their jokes. I know they're funny. Come on. I don't like you. Hello, Rainbow Warrior. Hello, April. How we doing? Judgment. Six of Pentacles in the reverse. And the Nine of Swords. This person's made a decision that's about to come back out or like come back on them, cause them problems, and they were really certain they'd been able to walk away from it or minimize the potential fallout, but there's a loss. This could be somebody who doesn't want to talk about a traumatic event in their past or lies about it. This is somebody who's real nervous that the truth about what they've done or who they are is going to come out because you are not buying their story. Hello, Nick. How are you doing? That seems pretty true. I don't think I can disagree with you. What else do we have? This is the Meta Muse. Wow, we just had the Nine of Swords, and here it is again. Yeah, they're trying to be seen as somebody who's very giving or generous. And you feel like they're a scammer. King of Pentacles in the reverse. You're like, you aren't doing that just to be nice. You're buying people. They're like, what do I have to do to get you to think that I'm a nice person? And I feel like you'd be like, actually be a nice person? Like, what do you mean? Yeah, so you're the Hermit, and they're uncomfortable because they can tell you're not buying into it. You don't agree with everybody else. You see through their shenanigans. And it's because I feel like you're really good at like the subtle things. You can tell when somebody is lying, maybe based on like body language or eye contact or diction. Maybe you can really accurately spot manipulative tendencies. But we've got the Two of Wands in the reverse and the Seven of Cups. It's like somebody said, like they were lying about where they're from or who they are, and they told you they were from some obscure little town, and it like just so happens to be your obscure little town. And you're like, that's weird. I don't recognize you for shit. Like you just blew a hole through this person's illusion or like their little story, and maybe they stumbled a little bit, had to like find some reason to like justify why maybe you don't know them. But you picked a hole in their whole story, or you found an inconsistency. Six of Swords, Eight of Cups in the reverse. So this is unique to the Metamuse Tarot. It's called the Tree of Life card, and it indicates somebody who has elevated. This is somebody who's trying to act as though they've been through the dark night of the soul, but to you, it all just seems fake. Maybe because you've actually been through the dark night of the soul. It's like, man, you're not like speaking the same language, so I know that you don't, or you haven't. They've escaped something. They left something in the past that they don't want people to know about, but with Eight of Cups in the reverse, this is what's coming back on them or coming back up. People are figuring it out. I keep thinking about the show You, Joe Goldberg. So, you know, there's something that kind of follows him around, right? I'm not suggesting you're dating a serial killer, but, you know, be cautious. Way out there. This is, you're realizing that somebody's not looking at you like eye to eye. They're very shifty. Ace of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. See, they feel like they've been generous with you, or they feel like they've done what they needed to, what they consider required in order to have won you over. And you're still this Four of Pentacles, King of Swords in the reverse. You're still like you're doubting them. You're antagonistic, or they feel like you change the mood of other people who might, you know, be friendly or be on their side. So you're kind of viewed as a linchpin in a community. If people see that you don't agree, they might not agree either. So it's important for this person to win you over, in part because people see you as someone who has a good read on others. Seems like you do. This is the Tarot of the Now. Did I say hello to Craig? What's happening? Knight of Cups, Knight of Swords in the reverse, and the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like this is somebody who's trying to like buy their way into a community, or like almost like love bomb a group of friends, but they're like rushing it. It's like, hey, I met you last week. Let's be besties. And you're still trying to figure this person out, or you've already figured out that this person can't be trusted. You're like, so tell me more about like why you're running away from something. You're like, what? What do you mean? No, that didn't happen. What? Yeah, that sounds like stalker behavior. What else? Five of Swords, the Star in the reverse, and the Two of Cups in the reverse. They do have motivations of causing chaos or drama within this social community, be a family or like a book club, whatever the hell it is. They do like causing drama. They will cause chaos. But they like to get people to follow them first. They like to get people to think that they're like the bomb. Like, look how awesome I am. Okay, now when I tell you to do something, you have to do it. So it's like they waltz into this like house party and they're like, hey, I don't know any of you, but I'm about to be like your new like leader. You know, they want to be in charge. What else? Another Six of Swords. In the reverse. And the Ten of Swords in the reverse with the Five of Cups in the reverse. They're making it seem like something naturally came to a close, or like that was like the end of that chapter. And then I decided to like mosey on over here. But I kind of feel like this is somebody who got kicked out versus somebody who is like, where should I go on the map? Here. Okay, that's fun. No, I feel like this is somebody who's either hiding from people or they were told like, you can't come back here. But they try to make it sound noble, like, yeah, everything went great there. I learned what I could and I was just ready for a new adventure. Okay, go on. Hey, Jess, how's it going? Strength. Hanged Man and Death in the reverse. So they're really frustrated because they can't like get you to see them the way they want you to see them. You have this groundedness or this wisdom. Maybe you're a bit of a high priestess. I mean, you did come out as the hermit. So try as they might, they can't control how you view them because your discernment is your tool. You're not going to let somebody else like retune it for you or recalibrate it for you. So they can't get you like on board. You're just kind of like resistant, not interested. Slate's taken. What else do we have? Magician in the Mirror. And sixth chakra, Archangel Metatron. Wow. So this is someone who feels very capable at controlling how people view things. I would say this is probably a master manipulator. This is funny actually because I was just watching, well, like earlier today. I think the channel is called Observe. And I don't know his name, but the guy who like watches and observes like manipulative ways of speaking or trying to control the conversation. He was reviewing the interview with the Twin Flames. Is it like Universe or yeah, I think it was TFU. He was talking to those, or he was watching an interview where a female interviewer was interviewing them and just like one after the other calling out all the things that in particular the dude was doing, right? This is somebody who feels like when they walk into a room of people that the majority of those people are like sheep. Like I can control how they think, or I can make sure that they feel this way. I know how to like maneuver, right? But the thing is this person who views himself as very powerful has a blind spot, which is to say, when you always think that you're going to be like the smartest one in the room, you're going to find out the hard way that you're wrong. If you instead walk into the room eager to see what you could learn from the other people that you're dealing with, you might end up finding out, oh, you know what? I learned some cool shit, even if I was like maybe the smartest one in the room. It's not about like feeling superior. Maybe that's what really ticks you off about this person is they have some sort of superiority about them. Like they want to be the best. Maybe they like to one-up stories. Maybe they like to show off with their money because it does look to me like they're trying to buy things for people or they're trying to make it seem like they're super generous. It's coming through as, I mean, it's funny. It's the magician, right? Like a magic trick. Like I want you to look over here, see what I'm doing so that you don't look over here and see what my real motivation is. This is the Cats Rule the Earth. What else do we have? Seven of Swords, trickery, Five of Swords, Five of Cups. We've gotten the Five of Cups a few times. I do feel like we've got somebody who they leave a trail of people who are mad at them. If you asked this person for like positive reviews or, hey, like, what's the longest you've been good friends with somebody? Like, who's known you since forever ago? They'd be like, let me think about that for a little bit. Or you wouldn't be able to like actually reach that person, right? It'd be a fake number because this person does not keep friends for very long. This person burns that shit real quick, right? Meet new person, size person up for what I can get from them. Manipulate person, leave. This is the pattern. But they use money, maybe other people's money, to try to get people to believe that it's fine and that they're not like some scammer. What's up, Tiana? Hello, upper echelon. How we doing? So, Seven of Cups. So the question, are they being genuine? Hell no. I don't know if they could be genuine if you paid them $1 million. They'd be like, oh, sorry, I did it again. I lied. It's second nature, you know? And they're looking at you and they're like, why can't I get you to believe me? Why can't I manipulate you? It's driving them crazy. I can manipulate everybody else in this room and I get to you and you are impervious to it. You don't listen. You don't care what I say. It's like they're mad. Like, why doesn't it work on you? King of Wands in the reverse. They're like, my charms don't work on you. What the? I've never seen this before. Oh, that's why. It's because you're a high priestess. This person acts like they ain't never run into a high priestess before. How is it that you know that I'm lying? Oh my gosh, so weird. Not really. You ain't that good. They're confused. They want to know why you don't believe anything. They want to know why you don't buy it. They want to know why they can't get you to like them. And I bet for many of you, it's like, because you try so hard. Like, could you just accept somebody not liking you? Is that ever going to be a thing? No. Why? Because you're trying to use people. I feel like somebody out there is like, normal people who are holes don't go out of their way to win over people that they know don't like them. The only reason they do that is if they're trying to get something out of you. I feel like you know that. Three of Cups, Seven of Pentacles. I feel like you've been very observant. You see how this person acts around other people. And maybe to a degree that this person does not expect. Like, you've seen how they act at house parties when they think that they're walking in that hallway by themselves. Or, you know, you heard them muttering something under their breath. They are not as slick as they think they are. Queen of Swords, there you are. Doesn't matter what your gender is. The Queen of Swords and the High Priestess, these are people who are like, I'm on to you, right? Eight of Cups in the reverse and the Ten of Wands. This person feels like you are stubborn enough to resist their charms and perhaps even a little bit dangerous to them if you do a little bit of digging. So they might be kind of on high alert, worried that you're going to at any moment reach out to one of the old places where they were or find an article online. And with the Ten of Wands, everything that they've been working on goes up in smoke. So they're worried about you. They feel like you could ruin things for them. This is the Signs of the Times. What else do we have? Tree, ancestry, number 42. Angel numbers, confirmation. You're going to see numbers that make it clear to you what's going on or confirm a suspicion for you. Some of you are going to find a receipt that solves a mystery for you. Some of you are going to a picnic or some similar family event like that. And that's where you get some information. We've got Palm, Destiny, which is number 18. I feel like this is about you finding out someone was somewhere that they don't claim to have been or that they deny that they were. You may find something to do with mail. I'm very drawn to the postage stamps. Enlightenment, lotus flower. You figure out this person, and I feel like it's because you figure out where they were before. You find a receipt or some sort of mail or something that clues you into where they were before, and that's how this is like monorail from The Simpsons. Oh gosh, I really gotta stop doing that, you guys. All right, this is the Santa Muerte. What's up, Pharaoh? Hello, Illuminati. How we doing? It wasn't for us meddling collectives. You know, they're funny. What else? Five of Swords in the reverse. Temperance. I feel like they did something to, or they do something to try to, again, win you over. And when they speak or when you're in that space with them, you get a clue that helps you figure out they've been lying or where they were before or something about their past. This is like true crime up in here. Justice. Ace of Cups. Okay, this is starting to get a little creepy, you guys. Okay. Okay, so for many of you, what you're going to determine or find out is that this is somebody who uses people for money under the guise of falling in love with them or being friends with them. This could be I'm a part of some marketing pyramid scheme or whatever, or I scam people out of money because they think I'm in love with them. But this is somebody who has been chasing a certain lifestyle while also running away from problems from their past. And I feel like love or like their charm is at the core of what they do. And you aren't falling for it. It makes them nervous. I'm going to be honest, for a very small percentage of you, this person is violent. So please be safe. Sensing a little bit of delusions of grandeur. So this could be somebody who really is self-important because, I don't know, they're ridiculously wealthy or they, I don't know, invented the Post-it note. I think that was actually a dude from Minnesota. No shade to him. I think it was a dude. 3M, right? Anyways, this person's like, I am so awesome. Just wait until you hear about how awesome I am. How much time do you have? I just want to make sure you can hear all of it. Bleh. This is somebody who's very into themselves. They find a way to feign, interest or make people feel comfortable around them, make them feel special. But it's all about what they can get from this person or from these people, right? Can I get a job? Can I get money? Can I get, favors? I don't know, whatever it is. But this is a user in a manipulative energy. 8 of Swords. King of Swords. So Temperance was at the beginning as well, right? This is somebody who smiles in your face, but they're not going to be that sweet once you walk away. Hiding ulterior motives. They draw people in, get them stuck, or, find a way to like borrow money or something. And then they cut and run. They leave. So yeah, maybe they idolize the monorail dude. Seven of Swords again. Trickery, lies, illusions, not wanting people to know what's going on in their past or with other people. This is like somebody who, like, poof, out of nowhere, they became a person. Like, where's your past? Where are people that know you? Why doesn't anybody like your posts on social media? Are they really that bad? Maybe they're just not funny. This is somebody who made things up. They didn't want to tell you the true history of them. So they created something new. And I feel like that's what starts this unraveling. You realize they've lied about their past. They're not from where they say they were, or they didn't graduate from that school. Like, I don't know, how many times do I need to watch that same trope play out in like Netflix or Paramount Plus shows or whatever the hell it is? Can we just do our research, guys? Hello, random user. How are you doing? So we've got the Ace of Pentacles. This is the motivation. I do what I do because I want to get people to like me so that I can get money. There you are again, High Priestess. Did somebody say there was a mystery to solve? High Priestess is here. You are a boss. If this person doesn't already have a little bit of like fear or apprehension around you, they will shortly. This is somebody who knows from how you look at them that you are not buying it and they're worried about you. So there's something that they do, and I feel like you go to tell somebody else. And that might be something that pisses them off. Let's see if the Thief card comes out from the Kipper. It's a good idea, a brush load. All right, after this. Ooh, is this? Hold on, gotta fix the cards. That was the marriage card that was overturned, if anyone was curious. All right, what else do we have on this scammer? Privileged lady. They target people who are well off or comfortable or on their own. They try to present themselves as a part of that community, right? I want to be rich like you, so I'm going to pretend that I am rich like you, that kind of thing. And they want to be seen as mature or wise, but then they run into you. And they can't really play that part because you bested them. So we have the house, number 29. I'm sorry, 20. False person, number 8. and gift. They are trying to weasel their way into a community, become close friends with people by coming across as a very generous person. I would say do not take gifts from this person. Mm-mm. No, thank you. It's tainted. Mm-mm. Ew, it has your germs. Gross. I mean, that's awkward, right? Hey, you're being kind. You're giving a gift to somebody, or I don't know, maybe you have this big party and you line the table with party favors. Think about what people are giving you and what their motivations are before you just, Cookie Monster it, right? Or Oscar, the garbage dude. I feel like either applies, so you can choose. Yeah. Just be cautious. I got sage as a gift, and I waited years to use it because I was just like, just want to make sure it's okay. So we've got love affair, and today this feels to me like you discover something about what the person you don't trust was doing previously, and it's something to do with like a previous lover. There may have been a restraining order. There may have been assault. This person may have gotten this wiped from the record because we have a negotiator. But I feel like there is documented history of a problem with a love interest in the past that this person's hiding. Temperance / King of Swords. Hello, Anita. How are you doing? We've got children, young, childhood, playful, and interview. This is somebody who can talk to you in a very like down-to-earth way. They come across as very playful, but when you try to talk to them about the more serious situations or like what they've specifically experienced, they change the subject. If it's not light and airy and fluffy and about right now, if you ask me about my past, things get very stormy. They don't want to talk about that. So I feel like many of you push that button. You know it's a quick way to make this person mad, and you look for opportunities to say, yeah, you did mention that you love cheese curds. Does that mean you're from Wisconsin? What part? Like you're trying to like test them, and they're like, I thought we talked about this. I don't want to talk about my past. And you're like, that's why I want to talk about it. Because you're hiding something. I know you're hiding something. We'll figure it out. What else do we have? This is the Voyage of the Soul. Yeah, this is a person who likes to get people to indulge. Let's throw a party. I'll, have a private chef and they can make some really great food. This is somebody who's like, I will get you to focus on the surface pleasures or the things that I provide so that you don't ask questions about who I am. They, I think, are a love bombing type energy, but you're going to see flashes of anger from this person. And they are running away from some sort of legal situation. They don't want to be honest about their legal past. But you're too smart for them. There's something here. I feel like you find something online with the dimension. I feel like there's something in particular that you find. It's the beginning of a rabbit hole. You start to answer one question, and then you find there's 3 other questions, and all of a sudden You're going to have a clear understanding that this is not somebody you should be dealing with. Yeah, breakthrough, milestone, epiphany, climax, advancement, quantum leap. All of a sudden you figure out who this person is or where they were. And I feel like it just validates what you were already thinking. Your intuition told you not to trust this person, and now you're getting information, like details on why. Guides, receive clarity, open mind, open crown chakra. You are protected. When you get around people like this, your spirit guides are going to be very active. They're going to be telling you like, yo, they ain't the one. Nope, keep moving. Nope, they suck. They suck. Like hitting you over the head with it. Like, what are you doing? Nope, don't like them. Hello, what's going on, Michael? How are you doing? We're going to get a few from The Truth Is. What else do we have? Ex-partner, not completely over a past relationship and family. Ugh. This person has family issues that impact how they interact with other people. I feel like they were made to obey a very strict parent or grandparent, and it makes them want to control people. So they felt controlled as they were younger, and now they like to manipulate people. They may have also been not very well off, and they like to find a way to take other people's money, live that lifestyle. This is somebody who does not keep it in their pants. Rendezvous, engaging in secret sexual escapades. They use the physical attraction to get their money right or find additional people they could potentially scam. This is somebody who travels a lot. I feel like they're running away from problems. I feel like they're running away from people catching on to what their pattern is, or maybe even running away from the law. Okay. I guess it's like that sometimes. This is the Gilded Reverie. Sounds fun. What else do we have? This is somebody who has, at least as of now, they feel like they have good luck. They have made it out of a few pretty difficult situations. Number 16, which is the Star. They feel, okay, so the energy that's coming in through, like what I see is, what was his name? Mike Weston of Burn Notice. I wouldn't really call him lucky. I would call him resourceful, knowledgeable, and bold. But this is somebody who feels like they've been lucky in terms of being able to use what they have to get out of difficult situations or to improve upon difficult situations. But I think it's more so that this person's willing to like do the most. This person travels all the time. They do not stay in one place for, I don't know, longer than 6 months, a year. Someone important to this person died in, this is weird, in a place with mountains. Or a death. This feels like maybe like losing someone's parent. That has been the biggest obstacle for them in their life. With the Sun card, I feel like you find out something about their youth pertaining to a family relation. So you might first find this person's like cousin, grandparent, something like that. This is wild. Somebody who was loyal to them. Some of you may pretend to be a good friend of theirs to get some information on them. And all of a sudden now you're the one who's got the good luck. You're able to, I don't know, use your charms to get some information. And you find out this person has lied. Yep, there's a snake. I feel like y'all are doing like a little bit of research here online, or maybe even like a little bit of catfish research. Yeah, let's search that image online and see if it's really them. You find out this person's a liar. You find out that they are not from where they said they were not living where they said they were not working where they said they were. And it sets off more alarm bells. I don't know if you are protecting yourself or protecting somebody you know, but you are not messing around with it. So I appreciate that because your suspicion is correct. This person is shady. Yeah, that's fair. I'm going to leave it there. I love you all. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes, and toodles.